What up, y'all? It's your boy Quest, man. Big shots out to the greenhouse community. Last night we had a wonderful call, and let me just take a pause here by telling you, if you are a married couple and you are looking for a community of marriages who think like you do, move like you, and just have the mindset of wanting to grow and be better in their marriages, then we invite you to come and join the greenhouse. It is a place of growth specifically for marriages, and we want to grow in 3 areas: in love, in lifestyle, and in legacy. Join the greenhouse, man, and let's start doing life with one another and not around one another. So I just want to send a big shout out to the greenhouse real quick. We had a wonderful call last night, and we were talking about self-esteem in your marriage and how it affects your marriage, right? The story is told of a guy named Ed and his wife Lisa, and when they first got together, the thing that he loved about her the most was her freckles and her red hair. And one day as he gazed upon her, he said to her, "I just love your freckles and your red hair." And she burst out in anger and snapped at him and said, "No, you don't." And he was caught and shocked, right? And thinking to himself, well, why would she say that, right? And what could have turned into a fiery argument, right, ended up becoming a heartfelt conversation about trauma and low self-image or low self-esteem as it relates to that trauma, right? And so we've come to some conclusions in the conversation last night. And one of the conclusions is that low self-esteem or low self-image in marriage, right, can prevent openness and vulnerability, right? Depending on how heavy or how deep it is. It definitely can prevent openness and vulnerability. One of the other things that it does is it prevents constructive criticism, right? When you can't take constructive criticism, low self-image, right? Or low self-esteem can do that. A third thing that it can do is it can cause perfectionism. In other words, if you've ever experienced a trauma as to something that you don't feel is desirable about you, you might say to yourself, that will never happen to me again. And then you become a perfectionist. The only thing is that when you do that, you expect other people to be perfect too, or work in the same paradigm that you do. And that's just so unhealthy, right? So I wrote some questions down, right? And I want you to start considering these questions, right? In steps to healing low self-image or low self-esteem in your marriage, right? One of the questions, y'all know I love probing questions. Why? Because as you know, probing questions get you to think. And that's what we want to do. We want to kind of ease away from the emotions a little bit when it comes to making these decisions and really think about what's going on, right? So question number 1, when someone corrects me, am I devastated? Yep. Am I devastated when somebody corrects me? Or like, for real, if I'm doing something wrong, I would want somebody to tell me the truth, right? At least you would think, right? So that's one of the questions. When someone corrects me, am I devastated? Do I feel like I'm not living up to my own expectations or the expectations of others, right? Remember, probing questions, going to get us to think. Third, are there any mistakes I make that I have difficulty admitting? Yep. We all make mistakes, right? At one point or another. And the question is, right, do we have difficulty admitting them, right? It may be because of low self-esteem or low self-image, right? Do I feel I have to prove myself worthy to be loved? Let me say something to you. Everybody is worthy of love, right? Everybody. Lastly, do I sometimes feel I disappoint my spouse in ways that are unforgivable? Do I feel like I sometimes disappoint my spouse in ways that are unforgivable? And lastly, do I feel inferior to other people? These are questions that you can discuss with your spouse, and you can both sit and think. And just remember that as you go through these questions and as you have these discussions, a lifetime of trauma that led to your low self-esteem or low self-image is not going to be solved overnight or not going to be healed overnight. I want you guys to realize that you are worth it, that you are indeed the apple of God's eye. And if for some reason going through the motions and asking those questions don't fix the issue, then it might be time to see a therapist, right? And I know that's taboo in certain areas, but I promise you that it would be one of the best decisions that you've ever made. Yeah, y'all already know, man. If you want to be better in your marriage, and low self-esteem or low self-image is affecting your marriage adversely, it's time to start asking those questions or to get help. Y'all already know what I say about this thing. From shaky to good, from good to great. Ultimately, what we want is phenomenal marriages, but phenomenal marriages don't just happen. It takes work. And one of the areas we can work on is if we have low self-esteem, really considering the ideas that make us feel worthy or make us feel worth, right? What we really are, right? Yeah, let's get it, man. Let's work. Because if you're not working on your marriage, then my friends, what are you working on? It's your boy Quest. Peace. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Quest, man, professional marriage and life coach. Listen, one of the things that we've always tried to do here, or one of the major themes here at the Greenhouse, right, or in the work that I do, is to concentrate on love, lifestyle, and legacy, right? And for the purposes of lifestyle, we wanted to create merch that is consistent with our ideas and beliefs as it relates to marriage. So listen, guys, you can see I got on the Tribe Called Marriage, raglan shirt, Tribe Called Marriage hat, and we have that and tons more merch in the shop. Do me a favor, if you like what we're doing and you like the merch, do me a favor, stop by, get some for you and your wife and support the movement. You feel me? Because if you're not working on your marriage, my friends, then what are you doing? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Quest. Peace.